What's happening, Trojan Nation? Coming back at you this week for another episode of Kennelly's Keys. My goal is to do one of these a week. With my son Gunnar being born, I took off a couple of weeks, so I'm going to bust out a few these next couple of weeks to equal up. Today's lesson is going to be about a new term I just learned called the silent supporter. Now, a big problem in the schools right now and in the community just in general in America is bullying epidemic. Kids are being bullied. They go home. And when I was in high school, I went home, it ended. Now, when you kids are in high school, you go home, it's still on the social media. There's more to go about it, and it just doesn't stop. So when you see somebody being bullied, we can't just stand by and just let it happen. And then we see it at school. And the same thing if you see just anything that's not right, we teach you to advocate for the little person. We all at one time were in a situation where somebody had something more powerful than us, whether we were young, weak, insecure, where we needed somebody to step up and be a helping hand. Nowadays, you kids are all strong enough to be that helping hand. So when I see the fights, those kids that record the fight, they're just as guilty as the kids that are in that fight for what's going on. Some kid is getting their butt kicked in, and instead of saying, hey, let's not do this, or he's knocked out, stop the fight like they do in MMA, we take out our cell phone and we start recording everything. World star! No. Not no more. And I got social media. The kids send me the fights, and I see them when they pop up. I do not want to see your faces in them. When stuff's going on in the school, if two kids are, getting it on, smoking weed, get yourself out of that situation, because if you stay around this stuff, you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. You might not be a dog, but if you walk in with a group of 5 dogs, they're going to think you a dog too, because birds of a feather flock together. So be careful who you're hanging out with and the situations you're in, and don't be afraid to step up if somebody's having a hard day, somebody gets their books checked, pick them up for them. Open a door for somebody. Say something nice. A random act of kindness is always appreciated in this world. But if something's going on and you're in the moment of the presence and you stand there and you do nothing about it, you're what's called a silent supporter. And I had to figure this out too. There's been moments in my life where I've looked at some and say, not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm not keeping moving. And at some points in life, it's good to mind your own business, but there's other times when you see somebody in need, step up or just remove yourself from the situation. So don't be a silent supporter. Be the best person you could be. Be a wrestler. Be an American. Be a Trojan. Live the lifestyle and do it right. This background is what I look at every day. Make these videos from the house. This is Muhammad Fall wrestling in the WIA State Championship. If you look in close, that's me, Corey, and Bevilacqua. Muhammad working around. That's all his medals he got throughout that year. State and regional. That's my ID from the Olympic Training Center in Colorado. This is what motivates me. To see kids succeed in stuff like this. Now, even if you never make it a state and you show up at practice, you're very valuable. And I remember those kids too. I remember the first kid I had that had no wins during the season and came back that second season and won. So no matter where you're at, just know this stuff really means a lot to me, and I'm here to advocate for you kids. Go out in your community. Don't let anybody get picked on. Don't be a silent supporter. Be a hammer. Be a wrestler. Be a good person. Thank you for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world right now. You watching this on YouTube. You know I love and appreciate that. So we're going to end it like we always do, with peace and much love to you. New root is gear. Go Trojans. Regional champs 2020. Here we come, baby.